Hello, welcome to my video. Today is the 21st of May 2020 and I've got lots of things to show you. Got stitching, knitting, random other crafts, colouring, sewing, haul, books, craft books. So, yes, it's been a very long time since my last video because I've only just been able to get the other half out of the house. Because we're still sort of in lockdown, but we're now allowed to travel for exercise, and we're allowed to, one person is allowed to meet one person in a park as long as you're 2 meters apart. So he's gone to do that. So I don't even know where to start. There's like stuff here, stuff here, stuff here, stuff all in this chair. I'll start with my finish. As you know, there's been a lot of designers making free charts under the hashtag Be Well and Stitch, I think. And I did the one from the drawn thread. This cutie. You can't see this fabric very well at all, it's green, but it looks grey. And I picked all my own colours, I think, and the bird's got a little bead in his eye. I enjoyed doing these flowers and the bees as well. I think they're satin stitch or something. So that was fun. I did that, started that the day before my birthday and finished it on my birthday, and it was really nice to be able to start and finish something so quick, because most of my projects are massive. Yeah, and just having the satisfaction that all the colours I picked worked out. So I really love that. Love it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, as usual. The next stitching project I've got is Angel of Love by Lavender and Lace. Someone asked me if it was out of print. I have no idea, but I don't think it is. You can get it on eBay and stuff. And you can probably get it in shops. I don't know how to look for it because I've already got it. So I did loads on this. The last time I showed you, I think I had all this top part done. I think I had up to here done, and all of that bit done, maybe. Well, I decided to work on the middle, and to do that I went in and gridded it, and here it is now. Oh good lord, it's too big. So obviously I finished all the cape. I've done all the DMs. I've done all the plain DMC in the dress bit. I've done the number 8 braid, which is this sort of orangey colour, and that was my first time using Krennic. It was number 8 braid on, I think it's 28 count, but it was quite thick. I didn't really enjoy it. But you live and learn. And then I started doing the gold metallic in this edging, around here, up here. And for that, you're supposed to use the it comes in like a spool, like of gold thread. But anyway, I had some light effects in the same like equivalent colour, so I've used 2 strands of that. And using the light effects for me was easier than using the number 8 Krennic. So it's covered in hair. I'm molting. So with that, and then I started doing some of the gold here. But and then decided to scroll up to the top and work from the top down. So it's a shame you can't see it, but a lot of this is metallic. So yeah, I'm working the gold now from the top down, and I think it will take a long time. I've also actually started doing some of it's a DMC thread with the blending filament of the same colour. So started doing that. What else? I think I don't need to show that anymore, but just to say that I got all the beads and the Krennic for my birthday, which was on the 12th of April. This is the number 8 braid, and I was told by someone else that had stitched it to get 2 spools of this, and I only had to go into this spool for the last 10 stitches. So if you're super careful with it, you can like stop the ends fraying and all that stuff. You might not need to, because I only needed it for 10 stitches. Yeah, there's a kabillion beads. That's the beads and the angels. Okay. Next thing I'll show you is my temperature garden. As you can see, I'm behind because this is what the 9th of May, and we're now on the 21st of May. So I need to do some more of that. This is 2/1 on 22 count hard hanger or Ada or whatever you want to call it. I love the colours on the black. And that design you can get on Etsy from Stitching Mommy. Another project I worked on briefly was my Dimensions kit, the Gold Collection Ballerina Beauty. If you look us up on Facebook, some people have got it framed. It looks amazing. And this is going to look a bit of a pigsty because, well, I've done this bit, so I've done all of this, and this little bit down here. But what happened was, because I had to grid it as well, it wasn't gridded before. But then, see, my gridding looks all janky. That's because when I was stitching on this, I got tendinitis for a week because it was really hard to pull the needle through the fabric. So then what I thought I'd do, like some clever genius, was to wash the fabric in hot water to make it softer, whereas in actual fact all I've done is made the hole smaller. Well, the fabric is probably a bit softer, but I've made the hole smaller, so I might have actually made it worse rather than better, but I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. But obviously all my gridding has become loose and I've got to tighten it all up, which is a little bit annoying. You can see on the back where I've tried to tighten it up, because that's how much the fabric shrank, like at least an inch. So that was a bit silly of me. I think that was it for actual stitching. So if I go on to knitting, I finished my shawl. I'm so excited. This is the edging of death. And I blocked it on my bed with loads of pins to make the end, like the edges all pointy, and to try and make the top straighter, because it was kind of in-ish, but it's pretty huge. Wrong way. And I would just wear it like this. Ta-da! It's lovely. It's Indian Paintbrush by Wayfaring Yarn Designs, knitted in Malabrigo lace in the colour burgundy. You need like 1.5 skeins, and then it's got these beads in it which don't look like that. They are some kind of old brushed bronzy gold colour, and I put those on with a crochet hook. So very, very pleased to finish this. Whew. The other knitting thing was my Stylecraft cardigan. I wish I could have made it like that. But I've already explained before that the colour they've used, they've done something to it on the picture. Because it's brown, not green. Green and blue, nice. Brown and blue, not so nice. So I think I'd already finished the back. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling yarn everywhere. So I did, I don't know if I showed you this before, I'd done one sleeve, which is one long ass sleeve. So did that sleeve, and that's the back. You've seen the back. This is one of the fronts, like so, and I've started on the second sleeve. So I've got this sleeve to finish, I've got the other front to do, I've got to seam them together, do the whole button band thing. So yeah, this is still going to take me ages. But there's some saying about it's not about the destination, it's the journey. That's it for knitting. Just a sewing thing that I mentioned on my last video was that I made the the Yoko top sweater thing, and it's got this neck which is too tight, not when you've got it on, but like when you put it on, and then it's dead boxy, and then it's got these like slim arms, so when you wear it, it's looks a little bit bat wingy. But yeah, it looks really good when it's on, but now I'm not putting it on because it's 1,000,000 degrees. That is a free sewing pattern on the Jalie website, Jalie. Just a couple of extra things. I made some origami cranes, as you do. Richard was throwing a book away, and I wanted to see if I could utilise the pages. They're both actually made from 2 different videos, and I tell you, it's not easy. This one's tricky, but you should definitely give it a go. Another thing I finished was a scratch art, which started ages ago. It's like black stuff. It's got a grey picture printed on it, and you use a orange stick to scrape it off, and the colour is underneath. I'll just quickly do colouring, and then we can do a haul. So my WI sent us all a care package. One was a bee we could colour in. So good that in. And one was a card we could colour in. So I coloured that in as well. This is, I coloured this in alcohol markers. It's a free design. I think if you sign up to a newsletter, you get sent a PDF of like 15 colouring pages or something. selinafenick.com. So that was that. In my Mythomorphia book, I wanted to try out using acrylic paint for the background. So I did this. Apparently it's the Sandman. It's a pretty bad paint job. But when they do it on the YouTube videos, they use black, and now I kind of understand why that might work, but purple might not, because it's patchy. But it does look kind of spacey, right? Tried to do shading like on the little planet things and in his beard, and there's like light around it, and like this like light around his head and stuff. I tried. It's a work in progress, you guys. This was a book I purchased, Sun Life Drawing, 40 colouring pages. So Sun Life Drawing has all these different colouring books out, and this book has like a page from each of them, so you can try them all out. So like I'd added a few of these to my wish list, and then obviously this came out and was perfect. So I've done a few. I've done animal stencil by numbers, so it's like colour by numbers. It's got your colours on this page, and then these gaps, spaces, I've got numbers in. You have to colour it in, obviously. This was Colouring Quest, which was a load of circles with numbers in them. And my favourite, I'm going to find it now, is one they do with lines. Look at that! Isn't that clever? So it's just like these lines that you colour in, and they go thicker and thinner, and in the end you get a leopard cheetah thing. And this is from the book Lines and Dots Animals, so I might buy that, the whole book, because that was well cool. This is a purchase. I'm not doing anything in this. I got Elegant Beauties by, it's a grayscale book by Alina Lazareva, and it just has lots of pretty ladies with hair. Because hair, you get two of each picture in it. That's it for colouring. You'll be pleased to know, holy haul, I got so much stitching stuff because of this year I'm not doing Stitch from Stash, and so I've gone a bit crazy. I'll show you this first because I meant to show you it last video but I didn't have it out. This is King Cole Gypsy, super chunky. I got it from a charity shop for £1, and it's the colourway Ember, and there's a cowl type thing that Simply in Stitches did a knit along tutorial thing for, and I've knit one for myself, I knit one for someone at work, and now I can knit another one with this if I've got enough yardage. The next thing was a gift from a lovely stitchy friend, and she sent me some for hair. Look at it. Did you know this is stitched in DMC? Amazing. So she sent me that, and she also sent me this. Oh my god. Like, I literally jumped around the kitchen squealing because I've never had a hand dyed yarn before, and it's blue, which I love, and it's just dead nice. And I was on Ravelry for like 2 days looking at stuff because I think it was intended for socks, because I knit socks before and I can't wear them because the yarn is too rough on my poor little dainty princess feet. So this was like so I could have a go at making softer socks. But then I started going a bit crazy and was looking at like these little like knitted bra things you can get. All these like little like bralette tops. They were so cute. So I don't know. I imagine I'm not going to be able to decide for ages. But so she sent me those two and this gorgeous postcard with a little message on the back. In fact, it's from Pom Pom magazine, which I also love that magazine, and I've never bought it because I think it's expensive. But proper gorgeous card. Thank you, Stitchy friend. Woo. So another thing I got for my birthday is Little House Needleworks Robin Hood, which I think is out of print. I think he got it from Casa Sanina, which is in Europe somewhere, as in mainland Europe. And I have to stitch this because I'm born and bred Nottingham for many generations. So like, you just have to, because Robin Hood, because Nottingham, yeah. Also for my birthday, I got this gorgeous thing, Blue Ribbon Designs, Poinsettias and Pines. Look! It's like Christmassy and like red and green. And it's got deer on, which is the most important thing, because I've told you this before. My whole childhood, like, grew up like always visiting this deer park that was like local, and then like when you get old enough to like go out with your friends, like that's where you'd go. So just like deer is love, and this has got some cool little deer on it. I've not been able to find a deer pattern that I like, but this one, I like this one. But it's all in Belsoir. No. So I've got to convert the whole thing. So that may take some time. And all this, I've just been buying stuff, it's just horrific. So I got 3 charts by The Drawn Thread. I got Deck of Hauls, because Stitcherista stitched it like years ago and it's still on my mind that I need it, I want it. I think the berries might be specialty stitches. Jessica stitches maybe. I got Good Tidings. Oops. I don't know why I buy all this Christmas stuff, because I don't even decorate for Christmas. And I got Christmas Thoughts stocking. All these like little motifs on. I got Rosewood Manor Quaker Diamonds. Oh yes. Not sure about using the Baldani. Not gonna lie. So I've looked up like a conversion thing. But I've not looked at it properly. And then, like, I don't know what happened, but I might have made a mistake purchase. Because you know when you're like excited to get, you want it to buy something, and then you get it and you think, why? So I got the classic I got some of the classic embroidery Hardanger collection kits. If you hear a banging noise, someone's bouncing a basketball outside. So I got Ruby, Jasper, Coral, Jade, Cornelian, Quartz, and Amethyst. That's probably my favourite. And they all come with the fabric and the threads and everything. It cost me like £20, which isn't too bad. But like, I don't like the colour. Because then I was thinking, it's like this, it's like orange and peach and green. But then I was thinking of like colour combinations, and I imagined it using, this is probably going to sound gross, yellow thread on purple fabric or on blue fabric. So it's like yellow and purple, just to make it a bit more modern. And then I can just sell the kit on, although it's going to be a loss, but I could maybe do that. I've literally lost the chart. I swear it was here. Because I also got Shakespeare's Fairies by Mirabilia. Is it on the floor? Nope. No, it's gone. It was literally here. I don't know where it is. Insert a picture of Shakespeare's Fairies. Because I proper love it. Ladies in dresses, but they're not like pouty. So yeah. I wonder where the hell it's gone. And then, this was before this, I was meant to show my last video, but I binged on some digital patterns. Still looking for Shakespeare's Fairies. Check under the laptop, no. So I'm going to insert pictures of those. Excuse me. So I'm going to insert pictures of what I got. So the two Carolyn Manning designs was because of a sale. Obviously Year of Bouquets, she emails you one each month. Masquerade Pale Dawn Hade was also because of a sale. I think that's it. Oh, hello. And Shakespeare's Fairies. Look at them. Look at them. Prancing along in the forest. Yeah, that wasn't it. I was lying. I also got the Ehrman Needlepoint book by Hugh Ehrman, because I saw a chart on eBay that I really wanted, and I was like, that's been torn out of a book. There were two listings from two separate people of them having torn it out of the book, and they wanted like £5 for it. Well, I got the whole book for that. I managed to go on Amazon, and you know the look inside thing, that. And so I got it for the owl. Because I love anything William Morris or like that style with the leaves and the colours that they use. So then, obviously, this is a tapestry book. So it's charted in Appleton wool. There's a website that I'll link to below if I remember, where you put in the sort of thread you want to convert. So you select Appleton, and then underneath it lists like all the other types of thread and then what the conversion is, with like a little square with colour in it. So like DMC, Anchor, a million others, like even it converts Mill beads, Kranich, blah blah blah. So I did that and wrote down what the conversion was, but then when I actually got the thread out it didn't look right. So that's that on hold. But the chart is a bit difficult because it's like a colour chart and you just get these little pictures of the colour to match to the square, like the squares haven't got symbols in. So that's going to be rather tricky. I also got Simply Crochet because issue 95, because look, it's Peter Rabbit and friends. I don't even know, I can't really even crochet. But look, no. See, I got that like weeks and weeks ago, never even looked at it. And from the library before this short, I don't remember if I showed you these or not, I got Mini Knitted Farmyard. Look at all these little animals. Scarecrow, goats, all sorts. Sheep, llamas, little market stall. Magpies and crows, I mean how cute is that? And these are knitted, I think. Yeah, knitted farmyard. Look, little pheasants. So I've obviously still got that because the libraries have closed and so nobody can return anything. I got macrame. Because obviously I finished my macrame from last time from the kit and just wanted to look at like what other stuff there is. Found this one in here, they like dip, dye it and all sorts. But I want to find a nice one. A lot of it's plant hangers, I'm not hanging any plants. No. I don't have to look at a plant and it dies. Don't they like, obviously on the front cover it's in like black, which is like cool. It's like more modern and trendy. And they've got one that's like in a hoop. Looks at like a tree of life. Eden Dreamcatcher. Yeah, I'm a Dreamcatcher. Got placemats, so that's a bit different. Lantern. I haven't got a garden, so I won't be having a lantern. Tassels. All my life, is that everything? It's roasting. I had to close the window to try and reduce the traffic noise. But I'm sure you could still hear the traffic. I've also been looking at doing collage because I've been watching the YouTube channel Dee Dee Willingham, and she's an amazing artist, and she does like collage and then like paints over it, like paints things on it, and it looks dead good. But she's got a lot of collage bits, so it's bound to look good, isn't it, when you've got all that choice. But I've just got one magazine and, well, and some gardening magazines. But she does like futuristic things in space. which is dead good. And then the colouring books are because I've been watching, is it It's a Colourful Life with Anne, something like that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I don't know if you saw Citrus's video, but I made her some stuff and sent it. So I did a little video before I sent it, so I'm going to insert that here. So this is just a clip of a couple of secret things that I've been making. So the first one is this paint by numbers, which I'm calling Girl with Fox and Rose. Yep, love it. I think it's from AliExpress. And the next thing is this little pillow. Little thank you. It's not showing the right purple. It's more like pale Cadbury's purple. And the hanger is just floss. But I learned a new way. But, I just sewed it through the corner and put a knot on the end, and did the same on the side, and then cut it short so it looks kind of cute. And this is the first time I've done a pillow that's like where you sew an edge round, like a back stitch around the edge, and then sew it together with like a whip stitch type thing. And the little bunny's got beads for his eyes, and it's stitched on, I think it looks like 28 count, kind of a pale green linen. Got a bee infestation. So like, we go to our front door, and you open the front door, and all over the carpet and like the windows, bees and wasps everywhere. They're crawling all over the carpet. The sound is like really loud, like buzzing. And if you know me, you know I only have to hear a buzz and I'm running screaming. So I can't really leave right now. And I've got to go into work tomorrow because it's my turn to do the post. So I'm gonna have to, I might have to put my coat on so I can like zip it right up and like put my hood over and like run. Because well, they're gonna end up getting squashed because Richard's already been out and come back, and there's like dead bees all over my carpet in here because they're stuck to his shoes. But don't worry, the pest control, obviously pest control, you can't kill bees because bees, like wasps, different, even though they are related to bees, obviously. Well, or not obviously. I think actually the wasp came first and then they developed into bees, because wasps are like lone creatures and then they developed into be like a colony and blah blah blah, and that's when you got bees. And so you can't kill the bees. Where I live seems to be getting quite famous for having swarms, like people spot them, like put them on the Facebook group and whatever. So I knew that it wasn't an issue for pest control, because I don't even think they're allowed to kill them. Maybe they are. So I did a shout out for a beekeeper, but there wasn't one. And then obviously I realised how they're going to get like 100 feet into the air in order to collect these bees. And so the pest control said that the queen bee is having a rest. So she's just sat somewhere on our building, and so all the bees are coming in, and as soon as she decides to move on, they'll all follow her. So if you could just leave it a couple of days. Yeah, well, I'm lucky they're not coming inside, because the letting agent said that next door they're all literally in his flat. They're coming through the ceiling or the light or something. They're all over his flat. He's got all his windows open and they're like sometimes flying out, but I mean, but he's alright. He's not too worried about it. Can you imagine? I would be gone. Just gone. Like in a fire. Like I wouldn't even collect my stuff. I'd just be gone. So yeah. So when I go to work tomorrow, it's going to be a bit horrific. They were like, oh, they'll be there one day and then they'll just all be gone. Really? Well, I don't imagine. I imagine they'll struggle to escape again, back out of however they've just got in. We can't see where they're coming in. Like all the windows are sealed up and stuff. Yeah, you open the door and it's like zzz. This was so jumbled. I bet you're not even watching anymore. So anyways, I've been on computer since 9 o'clock this morning and now it's nearly 6:15. Because I've been working all day, working from home, you know how it is. And I seem to have got a million emails today. It's not fair. But then I suppose it's because I've emailed them and they've emailed me back. So I've only got myself to blame. Oh, another thing. I ended up with Amazon Prime, BritBox, Netflix, Disney Plus, all at the same time, and I don't even watch TV. I ain't got time. And as well, BBC Three, a new series of Glow Up is on, so you have to watch that. Basically, it's like a makeup competition, and all like makeup artists off YouTube or wherever, they all have to do these like challenges. And then one gets a victory each week and they all cry. And, oh, but you had a way better eyeliner than me. Whatever. But it's dead good because it's not just like just makeup. They do like art, you know, like makeup you get in magazines where they've got like a forest painted on their face or whatever. It's like that. It's dead good. BBC Three, Glow Up. What else? I've been reading. I read Lucky Jim by Kingsley Amos, I think. That's like a dead old-fashioned men university book. I've read Catch-22, which is meant to be a war satire thing. I really enjoyed that. It's like what the men get up to at the squadron, the some American base type thing. And now I'm reading, I don't know what it's called. It's by Clara Parks, who writes knitting books. I'm sure she does other things as well. But it's an anthology of people talking about their stash, as in like how they got it, if they like having one, if they don't like having one, if they got rid of theirs, why they got rid of them, what they keep, what they don't. So that's dead good. It's quite expensive though. I read Parasite by Myra Grant. That was good. It was like the symbiogen or something, like in the future, and we all get like a tapeworm implanted in us that looks after our health. So like if you've got this illness, the tapeworm knows, and it like produces the thing it needs to make you get better, and it can like save you from dying and all sorts. And like the tapeworms are taking over, and these like two people are like trying to work it out and whatever. So I bought the second book to that, which I think is called Symbiont. And the next book I'm going to read is Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. So that, Catch-22 and Lucky Jim, they're all for a book club that I'm in, that we've been doing virtually via Zoom. Yeah. I have read it before, but I don't remember it. So I'll shut up now. I've got to go and get my dinner. I think I'm having lasagna and rice. A weird combination, but one I've been brought up on. So lasagna and rice, delicious. So yeah, I better go. I've got work tomorrow, and then I've got a 3-day weekend because it's bank holiday on Monday. And nobody's allowed out. Yeah. So no, schools aren't back or nothing. No school. No shops. They've opened the tip, and I think they've opened garden centres. Everyone's gone nuts. And everyone's really gone nuts because they've opened some KFCs and some McDonald's. And all of these places, it's been in the news every day, there's like 4-hour queues and the police are there because it's causing all this traffic. And people are abusing the staff, which is obviously really bad. So I can't go. I'm trying to go really hard. Yeah. That sounds a bit wrong. See you, bye!